Good morning, good afternoon, everybody who have joined us today. Today's webinar is all about unveiling the latest trends of AI/ML in clinical trials. I'm Pooja Sood, your facilitator for today, and I'm excited to guide you through this informative session. Before we dive into this exciting content, let's quickly go over some housekeeping items. This session is recorded. All participants would be muted. If you have any questions, please use the chat to submit your questions, and we'll answer them towards the end of the Q&A round. Please ensure your devices are on silent mode, and if you encounter any technical issues, do not hesitate to inform us in the chat. A recording of this webinar will be shared with you on an email and will also be posted on our website. Moving ahead to today's flow of the session, we will do a quick round of introductions and an overview of Cloudbyz before exploring the exciting future of clinical trials using AI and ML. We'll then move over to introducing Cloudbyz's latest AI/ML platform, ClinicalWave.ai, followed by a demonstration of the product before we open up the space for Q&A with a panel of experts. We value your time, so we'll be keeping a close eye on the clock to ensure we cover all the content within the allocated time frame. We encourage your active participation by submitting your questions and engaging with our speakers during the Q&A round. We are here to create a dynamic and enriching learning environment for everyone. Moving on, let me introduce our speaker panel for today. We have Tunir Das, who is our product marketing manager at Cloudbyz and has an industry experience close to a decade. Then we have Archit, who is part of a customer success team and has a vast experience of around 6 years. And finally, we have Dinesh, who is our CEO, as part of our panel expert. Quick introduction about Cloudbyz. Cloudbyz eClinical has been recently recognized as America's fastest growing private companies. It is one of the fastest growing unified clinical trial management solutions natively built on the Salesforce platform. Our unique unified eClinical solution offering has helped various customers across the board of all sizes conduct clinical trials efficiently and bring life-saving therapies faster to market and improve patient lives. Our unified eClinical solution comprises of our latest ClinicalWave.ai, clinical trial management system, clinical trial budget management, electronic trial master file, EDC, safety and pharmacovigilance modules. Our first speaker, Tunir, is ready to delve into the fascinating world of AI/ML advancement in clinical trials. Tunir, over to you.
Sure. Thank you, Pooja, for setting the stage with the introductions about Cloudbyz and our products. I would now like to take the discussion forward by speaking about the major trends that we have observed in the use of AI and ML in clinical trials, followed by benefits and use cases that organizations can reap out of these technologies. Artificial intelligence and machine learning have been making rapid strides globally, and almost all industries today are finding ways and means to leverage them for supercharging their growth. Existing business models and manual workflows have been upended, and AI-enabled accelerations have been pressed into action. Now, if we look at the illustration on this slide, we would find that similar trends are visible within the global clinical trials landscape as well, where AI seems to have found quite a few takers. We see that starting from data extraction and redaction of large volumes of trial documents to processing complex medical images like DICOM files for the metadata, to even tracking adverse events to ensure regulatory compliance and safety monitoring, the application of AI is virtually limitless. Generative AI can be leveraged for ongoing clinical trials, for trip report and MVR generation, along with early detection and monitoring of protocol deviations. Okay, so now that we have some idea about the use of AI in clinical trials, let us spend the next few minutes going through each of the trends in finer details. Trend number one. Pooja, if you could go to the next slide, please. Okay, so trend number one is data extraction and redaction. Well, study managers in the audience would definitely be able to relate to this scenario where you have mountains of clinical trial documents that needs to be analyzed for extracting valuable data points, or for that matter, redact PII and PHI data from large volume of documents to uphold the patient's privacy. Well, now AI and ML is the magic that has come to our rescue in sorting through them, and is in fact creating quite a bit of revolution in this field. For the uninitiated, data extraction involves pulling out key information from diverse sources such as patient records, medical notes, and research documents. And by automating this process with AI, we save valuable time and reduce the risk of human error. Redaction, on the other hand, is crucial for maintaining patient privacy and confidentiality. Clinical trial documents often contain sensitive patient information and other confidential data. We can harness the power of AI to identify and redact this sensitive information, ensuring that only authorized personnel have access to it. You know, what's truly remarkable is that AI is not only able to identify and redact sensitive data, but also anonymize information before you share it with other stakeholders, paving the way for more transparent and collaborative research. By leveraging AI's ability to understand and process unstructured data, we can certainly extract valuable insights that was previously hidden within this vast sea of information. Moving to the next slide. Okay, so our next trend is the use of AI and ML for the analysis of medical images in clinical trials. As you're well aware that medical images are rich sources of information that can provide us with deep insights into a patient's condition, disease progressions, and also treatment effectiveness. AI and ML here is indeed ushering in a new era of image analysis that allows us to extract more information than is possible. Medical imaging such as MRI and CT scans can be analyzed using AI algorithms to identify subtle patterns that might escape the human eye, like yours and mine. And therefore, this not only aids in more accurate diagnosis, but also enables the identification of potential biomarkers that could, indicate disease severity or patient responses to treatment well ahead of time. Moving to the next trend. Okay, so now let's talk about regulatory compliance and safety monitoring. Artificial intelligence here is our trusted assistant, which ensures that all of our clinical trials run smoothly. As you know, that in any clinical trial, maintaining regulatory compliance and ensuring patient safety are paramount. AI and ML technologies are in fact playing a pivotal role in streamlining these critical aspects. Automated adverse event monitoring through real-time analysis of patient data helps to identify any unexpected trends that could potentially jeopardize patient safety, and our AI algorithms can in fact sift through massive data sets very, very fast, pinpointing anomalies that might otherwise go unnoticed through manual reviews. Additionally, compliance reporting has in fact become or will become more efficient with AI's ability to automatically generate audit-ready reports, ensuring that clinical trials adhere to the rigorous regulatory standards that we are all aware of. This not only increases the efficiency of the clinical trials, but also reduces the likelihood of human errors in reporting as we know it. Moving to trend 4. Our fourth trend is the use of generative AI for trip report and MVR generation, which in fact is a testament to the power of automation in clinical trials. All clinical trials involve an array of documentation, including trip reports and medical visit reports, which we call as MVRs. And with the use of AI technology, we can automatically generate reports, capture visit details, patient interactions, and treatment responses. As already evident, this would not only save a huge amount of time, but it will also ensure a consistency across the reports that are getting generated. Furthermore, AI can assist you in crafting detailed narratives for adverse events, ensuring accuracy and compliance in reporting. These automated trip report summaries offer a quick overview of investigator visits, enabling faster decision making. Moving to trend 5. Okay, so last but definitely not the least, let's uncover the world of early detection and monitoring of protocol deviations using AI and ML. In this particular case, AI will be the vigilant guardian that keeps an eye on your trial integrity. Well, adhering to protocol measures is the cornerstone of any clinical trial, as you would already know. This ensures the validity of research outcomes, and with the use of artificial intelligence, we can proactively monitor deviations and take corrective actions promptly. You might have already heard about pattern recognition, which is in fact a key aspect of this trend, and it empowers the AI to identify unexpected trends or anomalies in patient data and allows for timely corrective actions, reducing the likelihood of protocol breaches. Okay then, so now that we have explored these trends, let's roll up our sleeves and delve into the remarkable benefits that AI and ML bring to the world of clinical trials. With the power of AI, researchers and clinicians can make more informed decisions, and they can foresee trial outcomes based on these data patterns. Patient recruitment operations can also be accelerated, where patients can get mapped to accurate ongoing trials, thereby improving the efficiency of the entire trial system. Even trial designs can be optimized with AI, and trial protocols can be set up that will help maximize the data quality and its relevance. Finally, we can reap significant benefits through the setup of adaptive trials with real-time monitoring and accelerated drug discovery timelines. Okay, so now for any technology to gain widespread acceptance within business, it should provide some definitive advantages that are unique to it and can help accelerate the process and optimize and streamline operations. Artificial intelligence and machine learning does something similar. In fact, it has been observed that AI-powered products in clinical trials reduce manual effort and enhance productivity by up to 70 to 80% of the redaction time, which results in significant cost savings. Okay, so that brings us to the closure of the benefits slide. And with this, we will shift our focus to more of practical use cases of these technologies and the way it all comes together to solve a real world problem. Next slide, please, Pooja. Okay, so sorry, I would take this opportunity to introduce Cloudbyz's brand new AI and ML platform, ClinicalWave.ai. This platform comes loaded with features ranging from document extraction and redaction, as well as DICOM image redaction. By using ClinicalWave.ai, rest assured that you would be leveraging a fully compliant platform built with state-of-the-art AI and ML technologies to streamline and accelerate your data anonymization tasks, which you might have been doing manually. No longer would site teams need to invest manual effort in the redaction of PII data from ICFs before uploading them to the Cloudbyz CTMS platform or to any other CTMS platform for that matter. With our clinicalwave.ai and its suite of products like clinRedact, clinDICOM, and clinExtract, the redaction, the extraction of data in documents and DICOM images can be seamlessly taken care of within the eClinical ecosystem of Cloudbyz. And as a user, I can assure you, you would not have to look beyond it. So stay tuned, because we are about to dive into a demonstration of how these technologies work in action. And with this, I will yield the stage to my colleague Archit, who will be taking forward the demonstration of clinicalwave.ai. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tunir. I'll take the screen from here. Let me know once you can see my screen. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this demo. We will be showcasing how our innovative solution streamlines data privacy in clinical trials. With artificial intelligence and machine learning at its core, Cloudbyz's Clinicalwave.ai platform will revolutionize how you handle sensitive information, ensuring compliance, security, and efficiency. My name is Archit Pathak, and I'm thrilled to guide you through this demo. In this demo, we will see how the artificial intelligence and machine learning based tools seamlessly redact, extract, and manage data, turning complex tasks into swift operations using automation, training of the machines available with just a click. With that, let's dive in. First of all, as Tunir mentioned, we are coming up with 3 revolutionizing products, simply calling them as redaction, DICOM, and data extraction. So let's start with redaction. So now what happens is, before I begin, let me set the stage right for you. Okay. So let's say you are managing a complex clinical trial involving sensitive patient data. You have to upload it to ETMS, EDC, CTMS, or let's say ETMF via different site portals, or different sources like e-sources there. From there the data can come in, right? Now, ensuring patient privacy in this situation while sharing these essential information is paramount, right? So, for example, we have a patient health record information. Again, this is just a sample. This is not a live data that we are using. So let's say this is a patient health record that I have to upload for a typical study, and the sponsors, the study team, and everyone else might have a look into it. Now, if you see here, we have not just the patient information, but their social security number, their insurance policy number, which can expose their background or their sensitive information, right? Now, this can only be seen by a few people, and there is a team of individuals who sit on a system to manually redact each and every document before they upload it to different portals, right? So what we are trying to demonstrate over here is how our solution can automatically take that task, heavy task of manually redacting hundreds of documents every month. Typically, just the clinical trial industry generates billions of documents, every year. Now, just imagine the global, effort that goes into just redacting these documents. So let's look how our algorithms can do the task easier for you, right? So we'll just simply go ahead and upload the same file that we just saw here, and it takes a bit of a time, because during this loading time, what happens is the system, the algorithm basically goes through the document to figure out each and every individual PHI related information. Meanwhile, in parallel, what happens is the extraction algorithm that we have, the clinExtract solution that works in sync with all these solutions to analyze the data at the same time. So basically, you're not just redacting the document, but parallelly you are also reading the document just in case you want to generate automated records or anything. Now here, if you see, as we just discussed, all the patient-related information have already been masked by the machine, and you just have to go ahead and review it, and you can push it to any portal or for the study or the sponsors to view this document. Now, just imagine, you have for a particular month, you have, let's say, hundreds of documents flowing in. Instead of going in and manually modifying each and every individual document, you just are simply doing the same task. You're directly uploading it to the through the portal. The algorithm sits in the back end. It automatically analyzes every document that is passing through, and it can mask those documents for you. All you have to do is just review it, mark it as approved or something, or even maybe have some automations in the back end, have email triggers as and when the documents are processed. It will automatically kind of it can send out notifications that these many documents have been redacted. Kindly review, and once you review it, it automatically goes to the study or the sponsor, and you don't have to worry about what information will be visible. And the better part of it is, again, there are certain institutions who want to modify this, this redaction process. They, for example, let's say they would still want to see insurance carrier, or let's say insurance plan, right? For that, we have a manual redaction process in place, right? Let's say you're not satisfied with this. You just would like to, re-redact it and redact just a few little bits and pieces of the document. All you have to do is just go to the manual redaction process. The system will automatically take you to the manual redaction page. And here, what you can do is simply with just a few clicks, you can select what all to redact. Let's say I redacted this. I will redact all this. And let's say I redacted insurance carrier. Oh, but we just discussed that we don't want to redact the insurance carrier. We want to show that. So what we can do is we will just select, we can cancel that, go ahead and just redact the policy number, because again, it can expose the details of the patient. We'll redact this. Let's say we would also like to redact the name of the doctors who performed the operation, right? So now let's go ahead and download this file. Let me quickly open this for you. So if you see, as this is how simple the entire application is. This is already there. Now for this, just because of this demo, we are downloading it and have to open this and show it to you. But in the backend, what can happen is, doesn't matter which cloud your system is hosted on, be it on-prem or on cloud, this entire application can run on a particular server and do this entire task and push this document automatically to your system with review processes in between. Because again, we all know doesn't matter how advanced AI is, a human interaction is still needed. So we still need that human touch, right? So this is the power of the redaction engine that we are coming up with. Now just imagine the potential that this product has, considering that we just talked about hundreds of documents every month generated for from every individual sites, for so many studies going on in parallel. Now, let's say just imagine about the time this particular solution can cut short for any particular study's clinical trials go to market, right? That is the power that we are coming up with, right? Now let's look at, we just spoke about how our extraction engine works in parallel, at par with this particular solution. So let's move on to the extraction product. And again, for this demo, we have a particular UI generated just for you. So we will be using this particular document. Now, the reason being, this has handwritten text as well, right? So this machine can automatically recognize handwritings as well. It is trained to do that. So you don't have to worry whether There are certain lines which are written with by a human, or it has a mix of handwriting as well as the computer generated text. That's fine. The system can automatically pick it up for you. So let's go ahead and upload this particular document. Now, again, this goes to the application. The algorithm goes through the document, and what it will do is it will automatically recognize the characters for you and generate the text. So if you see here, all the checkboxes, NCS, normal, done, have been marked with XXX. Mandatory has been read pretty accurately. If you see, the accuracy percentage is 83.57%. Now, this accuracy percent, don't get confused by this. It depends on how much data is there in the document, and there are a lot of other factors with which the system determines the score, right? So exception, if you see, it's exceptionally written over here, right? So this is what we wanted to showcase. Now, what happens is this whole table that you see over here, it's not necessary that you have to copy paste the data. What you can do is, let's take our eClinical solution, which is hosted on a cloud platform, right? So when we are uploading, let's say, the patient health information, or let's say a lab result, right, a patient's test results, the sites are uploading it via the portal via the EDC portal. By the time they upload the file, the system would have automatically read the document and generated the lab result records for you, so that you just upload the sites upload the file, and the study will automatically have access to that record, and then they can utilize it for statistical analysis, right? So again, nobody is sitting there to manually feed in the information. You can utilize that resource for so many other tasks to eventually expedite the go-to-market that we are talking about over here, right? So this is what we are talking about. This is so exciting, and there are a lot more functionalities in the backend. And the best part of it, these particular solutions are not limited to a particular cloud or just our clinical solution. You can imagine any domain or any cloud, wherever you feel the application can be useful, this can be applied. That's how seamless, and that's how adaptable these solutions are, right? Now let's move on to a very specific kind of a solution that we have specifically created for sites who work a lot with the DICOM images, right? So what we will do is, let's first go through a DICOM image, right? DICOM image is nothing but an image which comes from a particular X-ray machine. I'm pretty sure most of you have had X-rays through your life, or MRIs you would have gone through. So there are two copies generated eventually for both of these solutions. What happens is, there is a soft copy generated by the MRI machine, and it is sent directly to the doctors, or to the studies, or for whatever purpose that MRI is being done. And the patient most often are either provided a CD copy, a compact disc, or in a pen drive, a soft copy, or they also get a hard copy of that. Now, what happens is, the DICOM image soft copy, which goes to the doctors, that's fine. They can see the patient information because they're dealing with them. But when the same document has to be sent to the study for research or for some other purposes, we need to reduce the bias, right? So there are a lot of other technologies as well to remove bias, but this is a very important factor that we closely look into. The patient name, the PHI should not be visible. Now, if you see in this document, this is how the image is generated. It will automatically stamp the patient information on the top left corner. If you can see my cursor on the left, this is where the patient's basic details are embossed. On top of it, there is a metadata, which is nothing but the data about the image, right? This metadata also has a lot of patient-related information, and there are other sensitive information as well, according to HIPAA, which should not be exposed, right? So these are just the generic ones, and if you see, there are a lot of other metadata in the backend, right? Now, let's go ahead and see how our system can help you anonymize these information, right? So we'll go ahead and upload a DICOM image. And again, the system will go through that and give you an option to download the image. Let me quickly go ahead and download this for you, and we will see how it shows up. This is what the system has generated. If you see on the left-hand side, all the information related to the patient have been anonymized with X characters, right? Let's look at what happens to the metadata. So if you see here, the generic information, all the patient name, patient ID has been completely anonymized. Patient sex has been changed to others, just to showcase that, the 3 R's that we at Cloudbyz call it, basically remove, replace, or redact. So, we have replaced these existing characters, we removed the date of birth completely from this image, and we have anonymized or replaced the characters, completely with X. So this is the kind of power that we are talking about that the system has. Now, just imagine, similarly, how we talked about redaction and extraction. By the time the site uploads these documents to the EDC portal, or via, let's say, if the data is coming via integrations with the help of into our eSource platform directly from the machine, doesn't matter. The application keeps running in the backend. Moment it recognizes there is a DICOM image, it will automatically look for the metadata and anonymize it for you. So that you don't have to go in and manually change each and everything. Now, every time a DICOM is uploaded, there are people who manually go through each and every document and anonymize them. The additional benefits that come along with as part of this package is that you can define what all documents or what all data you want to anonymize. For example, there are substrings in this. So there are data which are nested in the DICOM metadata. Everything the system will automatically recognize. If it doesn't recognize it, it can give you certain data which it feels that it might be sensitive, and it will ask whether it should redact or not, and you can approve that as well. Right now, there is a long list of data that, as per HIPAA, which is considered as sensitive. This particular algorithm considers each and every information which are listed on the HIPAA website, and it automatically tries to redact it. Right. With that said, this is the power that we are, going to unleash on top of our eClinical platform. This works completely seamlessly, in the backend, in conjunction with the eClinical platform that we have. Doesn't matter if you're using our CTMS, ETMF, EDC, eSource, PV, it can handle your data. So with that said, I would like to close the demonstration, and Pooja, over to you.
Thank you so much, Archit, for taking us through the demonstration. Before we approach the conclusion for today's webinar, we have a couple of questions that have come to us via the chat. And the first one that we want to address was around, someone posted, like, please, if you can detail out how the part of the system can be integrated with our existing Cloudbyz CTMS and EDC platform, and what would be the benefits of purchasing? Would it be more efficiency, reduction in timelines, etc.? I would like to, Archit, if you can pick this question up.
Definitely. So that's a very interesting question. So as we just discussed, these products can work completely seamlessly with our eClinical platform. Doesn't matter which product you're using. We can have this system. This is independent of the eClinical, but then again, it works coupled with the eClinical platform. Apart from that, not just eClinical. Let's say if you are not using our ETMF or EDC solution, you're using some other EDC solution. Doesn't matter. It can still take care of your tasks. Talking about the benefits of it, as we already discussed, I mean, the way this can, the ease with which it can redact your documents or extract your data for you, you can imagine how much it will reduce the burden from the associates who have to go through all those hundreds of documents. Reduction of timeline, 100%. Efficiency, 100%. There's just one need, as we say, no machine can replace the human touch. You will still need a human being to kind of go through the redactions, and let's say there are certain documents which will not comply by the standards that you have set for redactions, right? So in those cases, that the person doing the redaction or reviewing the redaction can go to our manual redaction solution and manually redact the document and upload it, right? Apart from that extraction, again, there can be certain, as I said before, there can be certain, especially in lab results, there are times when there are certain specific characters which the machine might not pick up. So somebody will still have to review that, but that still cuts down a lot of time from, entering each and every value individually. I hope that answered the question.
Thank you so much, Archit. Our next question is, can the system handle composite RGB multi-factor DICOM images? That is DICOM, that is a combination of multi-scan images.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's again, a good question. So the image that we used, that was a combination DICOM images. It can still not accept entire folders. That is something that is in our pipeline. So the folders will eventually, grow into the system. But right now, what happens is, let's say that's the reason why I said, you can have it placed in between the eSource system and the machine directly, so that the data actually passes through the algorithm. What happens is, each and every image that is passed, doesn't matter if it is just one single snapshot or if it is a combination image, like the one we just saw. So it can still automatically anonymize the data and push it directly into the folder where you want to, which eventually you will zip and upload it to the servers. And in between, we can also have the approve and review functionalities.
Okay, thank you so much. Panel, our next question is, the ClinicalWave.ai tool demo was impressive. However, we have special requirement. Although we do redact PII and sensitive data, our immediate and pressing requirement for DICOM is ability to replace the values in specific tags or identifiers with the value that we will specify, and to complete, remove, or erase value against an in-identifier or tag.
Right.
Yeah, Archit.
So yeah, Pooja, I'll take that question. So again, the system, as we talked about the 3 R's, remove, replace, and redact. So the system is capable to do all 3. Again, you can also define the rules within as per what the system might comply. So we do have a rule engine wherein you can go and set up the rules that, if these kind of tags are there, for example, let's say if you have date of birth or ethnicity, completely remove them. That's fine. The system will automatically, the moment it recognizes ethnicity field, or because again, it is also trained on characters and words, right? So it will automatically remove them. Now, let's say if you still want to show the patient ID but anonymize, let's for example, the example we just saw, replaced it with XXX, right? So you can again define those kind of rules as well. So yeah, the system can do that for you.
Okay, thank you. And the last question is, I'm interested in your AI-based data extraction product. We have large volumes of scanned medical records from which data has to be extracted, but our main requirements is for extracted data to be integrated to multiple downstream systems.
Right. So again, I'll take that question, Pooja. So the extraction engine, I did mention that it works in parallel with our redaction engine as well as the DICOM. But again, the extraction engine can also be used, in any domain, as I said, be it insurance, be it clinical trials, be it life sciences, be it law firms, right? Anyone can use our extraction engine. If you have a cloud-based system, or if you have, doesn't matter how many downstream systems you have, we can anytime create integrations with your systems, and the document that will flow through our algorithms, it will automatically recognize the patterns and the data for you, and it can give you output in forms of JSON, XML, or CSV as in how you need. and it can automatically be integrated. Because nowadays, pretty much most of the cloud-based systems can accept JSON and XML as a format. There are some systems who can accept inputs in forms of CSV files, right? So that is just an add-on functionality that we can build, and we can provide the solution in any format you need. That is why we had that whole tabular visual, which can eventually be converted into any form of end results.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, there's one last question. How do you ensure that my data is secure in your platform and you're not storing the original file after processing?
Right, that's a good question. So that definitely comes as part of that comes as part of the security and compliance part of it. So there are two ways how it's in which we usually can implement this solution. First, it can still reside in our AWS server, dedicated AWS servers for you, and we usually share that is as part of a confidentiality agreement that we have, and we do not have any exposure to that particular server and what data is flowing through that. And the other option is, if you have, which is basically bring your own cloud model, wherein you can have your own AWS cloud and we can go ahead and install the package for you, and the entire data still remains in your server. If you don't have a server, we can provide a dedicated host for you.
Okay, thank you so much. And that concludes our Q&A. I want to extend my sincere gratitude to all our speakers and all the participants. Your curiosity and engagement makes events like these truly rewarding. Now, before we wrap up, remember to look out for a follow-up email containing the webinar recording, additional resources, and ways to stay connected with Cloudbyz. Also, keep an eye on our website for updates on future webinars and events that could pique your interest. Thank you once again, everybody, for being a part of this insightful journey. We are excited to continue exploring the endless possibility of AI and ML in the world of clinical trials. Stay curious, stay engaged, and until next time, have a wonderful day. For more information, you can contact us on info@cloudbyz.com.